20, verse 7. After the 1,000 years have expired, Gog and Magog come together for the battle of the great day of the God Almighty, right? And literally, that's where this story is picking up. You see, if you understand where the war between God and Satan started, you can start to begin to wrap your head around what's really truly going on. In Ezekiel 28, 16 through 17, it talks about Lucifer. This is a prophetic speech about Lucifer, and it says, "By the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I cast thee out as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire." Now question, what is a covering cherub?
Angel who stood in the presence of God, or who does stand in the presence of God.
And that is symbolized by what?
The Ark of the Covenant.
The Ark of the Covenant, right? When we had the Ark of the Covenant, those angels whose wings touched over the top of it were called the covering cherubs. And what's inside of the Ark of the Covenant?
Yep, 10 Commandments, and it was Aaron's rod that budded and a bowl of manna.
That's right. So all of a sudden we have these angels that are literally hovering over, protecting the law of God. In fact, it was the very job of the covering cherub in heaven was to share with the world what the character of God was like. That's why Satan was so damaging when he went around to all the evil angels and he told them, you know what, God's really not very loving, he's not really nice. They believed him because why? The covering cherub is next to God. So as they sat there and listened to this person, they would say, hey, well, wouldn't you know what God's really like? You're the one that stands next to him.
He was like an insider, whistleblower.
He was an insider, and that's why he was so effective to bring all the angels with him when he did. Isaiah 14, 12 through 14 says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will extend my throne upon the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend into the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High." Now, this makes me question, if Satan is saying he wants to be like the Most High, what's God like? God is love, right? In fact, that's what the Bible describes God as. So Satan is literally saying, I can be love or loving just like you, but I don't need to follow your rules.